Right, hello everyone. I hope you guys are all doing well. It's been a little while since I've done an update or a video. I apologise for that, but basically I buggered my back, and so for the last sort of 8 or 9 days I haven't actually been able to do any hobbying, any painting or anything like that, because it's been excruciating. And every time I've tried to pick up a paintbrush, it's just been agony. So I've been sitting there, I've been doing a lot of reading, I've been looking on the internet a lot, what everyone else is posting and everyone else's videos, which is a bit frustrating because obviously I just wanted to get on with my stuff. But I'm feeling a lot better now, so I'm not doing anything too strenuous. But the whole time that I've been sort of laid up, I've still been receiving parcels and plenty of loot. And one of the things I've received is this lovely box from Warbases, which is full of MDF. Now basically, if you watched the Plastic Crack podcast, then a couple of weeks ago, the weekly stream I do with Miniature Wargaming Warriors, Ken there, Boots on a Table with Dom, and On Point HQ Steve, we were talking about storage and how people store their minis, and there were loads of really good, options and stuff on there that people were talking about. And the main one, however, that people talk about is really useful boxes, like this one here. And we then got talking about different inserts that you can buy off companies for really useful boxes, and it just so happened that week, the next day, Warbases released a new set of trays, which are inserts for these. Now, they've already got one set of trays out, which is a large tray, which will fill basically the whole thing. But these ones are half trays, so they should divide each side, and there's different combinations you can do. There's basically a shallow tray, a medium tray, and a deep tray. So what I thought I'd do is because I've got a couple of really useful boxes that I just bought, and I was looking at boxing up my English Civil War and some of the Wars of the Roses that I've just done. I thought I'd buy a range of them, put them together, review them, and just show you guys how they work, and basically give you my opinion on them. So this is a 9 litre really useful box. I don't want to tip it up too far because none of these are fixed yet. Now the English Civil War guys on the left, they are magnetised, but I haven't put any of the sheets in there yet for them to stick. So what I thought I'd do is I would first of all, we'll put this down and show you how they come. So it's very simple. You basically get a box full of MDF to stick together. So lots of sides. Now I bought 5 of the deep trays, 1 of the shallow trays, and some of the intermediate trays. So I think it was 3 intermediate trays. These are the bases. This is how big each tray is, and then they should all stack together, and you can put together different combinations. All right, well, there we go. So it comes, there aren't any instructions, but it looks pretty self-explanatory. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sort these out. I'm going to have a go at sticking one together, and then I'll stick one together and just show you how easy it is. And then we'll have a play and see what we can do with them. Okay, so here we are. These are the 5 pieces that make up each tray. You've got the base plate, the sides with the loopholes for carrying it, and then the 2 long sides. Now, it's incredibly straightforward. Basically, you just need to put some glue on the sort of the indents here. Now, I use Gorilla Glue for wood glue for anything I do with MDF because it bonds really quickly. It doesn't take too long to dry, which is great. Also, I always tend to use a brush for MDF. I don't know if other people do that, but it prevents sort of overspill. It means if you don't get glue in all these awkward places that you don't want it, and then you get things not sticking together properly. I want everything to sit nice and flush, so I don't want blobs of glue drying on the inside. So I've done that. I put all of those on there, and I'll start with a long side. So very simply, just line those up, push that together. Now while that's like that, oh yeah, there we go. And do the opposite side. And I like these because you can, I think the idea being that you can split your different troops types between them, so you can have a shallow tray if you've got obviously troops that are lying down or casualty markers, and then used a deep tray for spear arm troops. Now, it's been quite obvious to me that the pike arm troops I've got for my English Civil War are still not going to wholly fit inside of just one tray, but I'm hoping, if I've measured things right, that I should be able to get a shallow tray and one of the large trays there, and the pike guys can just go in the large tray. So there we go. Let's give it a squeeze. There we have it. That's simple. So I'm just going to set this aside to dry. I'm going to let the others dry, and then we'll have a look at what we've got. Right, so here we have the three sizes all made together, so shallow, intermediate and deep base. As you can see, they all connect, meaning you can combine them how you like. So first of all, just thought I'd see what troops we can fit in the pike block. Now, I knew that these would stick out the top of even the deep ones, so there we go. But I'm hoping when we try it out that I'll be able to fit this shallow tray underneath, because there's a lot of wasted space in the rub box. That's the thing. And hopefully these trays are going to be what solve it for me. Okay, next, it's got some Wars of the Roses miniatures. So as you can see here, these models that are just armed with bows, they quite comfortably fit inside the intermediate box. However, the moment you add a banner, that sticks out. So anything armed with a banner is going to end up in the large box again. So you're just going to have to think about how you would want to organize them, which, some people might just want to plonk them in and don't want to don't want to worry too much about that. It doesn't bother me because a lot of my units, I code all the bottom of my units, so I know what goes together. Now the shallow tray, obviously if you're doing things like 6mm or anything like that, or 15mm armies, then you'll be able to fit loads in there. So obviously here, we've got some 6mm ACW. There you go. That's going to fit lovely in there. Look, you'll get a whole ACW 6mm army in there quite happily. Cavalry would have to go in these. So let's have a look. So we shall see. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to now just have a go at putting them inside the rub box, and then we'll go at just loading one up. Right, so here you can see I've loaded up one of the rub boxes, and I've used 2 of the deep trays and 3 of the intermediate trays. So you'd automatically be getting double the space on these ones and then triple the space on these. So if you've got your spear armed units or your cavalry, you can pop them in there. Now also though, the thing I can say is, if you have got pikes, if you chuck them in that one, you're still getting triple the amount of space on this side, so you are still saving space. And I think again, if you pop, let me just try, if we try popping the shallow tray in the bottom there, and then the deep tray, add our pike block. The lid should still go on. Be tight. No, it's fine. There we go. So look, you're still saving space there. So you're still going to get a decent amount in there. So there we go. Right, I'm going to load up a complete one of these, and we'll have a look at it. Right then. So I've got all my painted ECW, and I've popped them into this one box. It seems like I've done a lot less. Now I can fit it all in here, and it's not actually spread out on the top. So as you can see, I've used one of the deep trays with one of the shallows, and then 2 deep trays here. That's because the musketeers, when they're holding their muskets up, it's just a little bit bigger than the intermediate tray. So let's take a look. So here we go. So as obviously you can see here, I have doubled up a little bit on that base there, but I am going to get some more of these. So go there, then we have another tray of musketeers underneath, perfectly protected, no issues. This one here, now these bases I use from Big Red Bat, these are all magnetized, so I've added the backing in there, the metal sheet in there, which only adds about 1mm, but as you can see, they're not coming out. So I just stop them sliding around a bit. So as you can see, magnet, so any type of magnetic basing, easy. And then down the bottom, we've got the shallow tray, which would be fine for troops that are lying down, casualty markers. It's, you know, Rampart Gabion thing I've just popped in there. So just a useful tray, but again, you're just saving on space and maximising it. So you know, you can keep your dice and things in there. So that's all my English Civil War stuff. I have nearly got another regiment to put in there. Now you can buy the double size ones for these, but I quite like these trays because you can obviously stack these up and then carry them around with you. Oh, so I need to magnetise these and carry the bottom one, and it's going to be a lot easier and hopefully less likely to drop. So there we go. I'll pop that back in there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oops, I hit the camera. So that's that one. And then here is just some of the recent Wars of the Roses stuff I've been working on. So we've got the Warwick Bombard, the Capini command base. These are all in large bases. And then another large tray underneath where it's got all of the banners. People who have got spiky things that are popped up too far in the air. There we go. And then, oh, hang on, there we go. And then we have trays of intermediate stuff there. Now, because of the way these are situated, there is a little bit of give. So if you did have something poking up, it's not going to like wreck it. But as you can see here, plenty of troops. So I'm really impressed. I will probably, in fact, I'll definitely be getting some more of these. I'll be filling these out over, you know, the next couple of months, because to be honest, I can, for the Wars of the Roses, I'll probably be able to fill 3 or 4 of these rub boxes now. With my Napoleonics, I'd probably be able to fill about 10, even if I double or triple up on the space. But definitely impressed, definitely worthwhile. And I would recommend. Cost-wise, the all of these trays here, including the ones I got in the other box, that came to, I think it was just over 30 quid. I think it was about 33 quid. So the large ones are £4 each. The shallow ones are £3 each, and then the other ones I believe are £4 each, or £3.50. So if you space it out, obviously if you wanted to buy loads in one go, then it's going to cost you a little bit more. But I'm happy with that. So all my current projects are going to be safely stored away, and now I've got more space to go and buy more models, which everyone's going to be thrilled about. Anyway, bit of a different thing, just a bit of a review. Hopefully, with my back being better, I'll be able to get back into doing some painting. I've got project updates coming on my English Civil War, on the Wars of the Roses. I've got a couple of other little things I've worked on just to finish off some other stuff, and we've got another giveaway coming up as well. So I hope you're all keeping safe. Thank you for all the comments asking how I am about my back. I appreciate all of that. I've been trying to keep up with everybody's videos. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys all again soon. Cheers.